and welcome to another edition of Beyond 2000. Later in the program, Kirsten will be looking at the future of pants and asking, what if we put lights on them? But first, let's go shopping with Alex. Now, Alex, I've got to say it doesn't much look like we're in a shop.
No, Ben, it doesn't. But we are in a shop on the World Wide Web.
The World Wide Web? Well, that sounds like a shop for spiders.
It does, but it isn't. You can use a computer to make purchases, just like you're in a shop, but electric.
That sounds confusing. What happens if something goes wrong?
When you shop online from an Australian business, all your usual consumer rights still apply.
Well, that is a relief.
So, for instance, I've just ordered a Shiraz from an online business right here in Australia.
A cyber Shiraz, perhaps.
Just a regular Shiraz. And here it is.
Your delivery, ma'am.
Now, of course, it isn't really that fast.
Well, not yet.
And here we go. Look, this isn't what I ordered at all. I'd say this constitutes a major problem. So, under the Australian consumer law, I'm entitled to a replacement or a refund. It's my choice.
Yes, but certainly it doesn't apply to online purchases.
I literally just said that it did. Take this back.
That will be $20 for robo-postage.
Okay, I may have to pay the shipping costs for returning goods up front. But if it's a major failure, I'm entitled to recoup any reasonable costs I incur while returning the purchases. So you have to pay me back.
That's not our returns policy.
It doesn't matter. Go.
Of course, ma'am. 1,000 internet apologies.
Now, you said major failure. What if it's a minor failure, the kind we had last week with Kirsten's business rollerblades?
The meeting of the future.
If the problem is minor, the seller can choose whether to refund, repair or replace, and you may have to pay the cost of postage.
Gosh, well, I'm glad that I've got until the year 2000 to work all this out. But let me ask you, what about if it's an overseas business? It is, after all, the World Wide Web.
Parastriker.
The Australian consumer law could still apply. It's a very grey area. But asserting your consumer rights can be difficult. And that goes for any online purchase. So the ACCC recommends you should only buy online from a seller who has a good reputation, has clear processes for refunds, repairs and dealing with problems, and has a secure site and payment system.
There are other ways of purchasing goods using an electric computer, and for that, let's go to Andy.
Hey Ben, have you ever been to a garage sale?
Yes, that's where I bought my garage.
Well, now garage sales are inside your computer, where regular people can buy and sell things on internet websites like the Electronic Bay.
Goodness, but what happens if something goes wrong when you're shopping on the Electronic Bay?
Well, if you're buying from a private seller, you know, a regular member of the public like us,
No, I'm a celebrity.
then the consumer law doesn't apply.
Well, that's very interesting. Good luck, Andy.
But if the trader on the Electronic Bay is a business, even if it's just a person working out of their garage, then the consumer law does apply. Either way, if something goes wrong, you can contact the seller and ask them to fix it. You might even want to use electronic mail. Dear Sir,
Lol. Get bent, chump.
but there might be another way of getting your money back.
If you used a credit or a debit card to make your online purchase and it never arrived, wasn't as described, or was damaged, then you may be eligible for something called a chargeback.
Well, that certainly sounds like a thing.
It is. But chargebacks work differently for different cards, so make sure you check your card's rules for eligibility, how to make a claim and time limits. Don't wait too long to make your complaint.
And you won't have to wait long to see the future of toasting coming up. Extraordinary stuff.
It's also extraordinary that when you use PayPal to buy online, the PayPal buyer protection policy covers things like being charged for purchases you never made, an order that doesn't arrive, or an order that's significantly different to what's described. So that might be an easier way of getting a refund too.
Well, I think we're all ready for the future now.
Especially me.
Of course, if there's nothing wrong with your online purchase, but you just don't like it, because, say, the clothes you ordered aren't so great, there is a chance that you could still return them. Check the retailer's returns policy, especially what it says about eligibility and shipping costs.
With online shopping, consumers have a world of opportunity to look forward to.
Oh, world wide web of them.
But you can prevent tomorrow's problems today by taking simple precautions. Ask yourself, if I buy online from this seller, how difficult would it be to deal with the problem?
Because even beyond 2000, things can still go wrong.
Malfunction! Malfunction! Destroy mode!